All right, Coach, it's been a wet and dreary day by the shores of Lake Erie, but we have football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Cleveland Browns. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Good, 180.
Stick with the mic. Let's go. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Check 26, check 26.
Stop, stop.
26.
Hurry, hurry.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 52. Pistol, pistol, pistol.
From the 29, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
56. Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up. Check safety, check safety. Alert flare, flare, flare. Wow.
Hurry, hurry.
A first down throw from Mayfield. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. Check it out, Reed. Under 10, under 10.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Check, check.
Hurry, hurry.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest right down at the 1-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 18 Gator. Trace don't drop, Trace don't drop.
He's crossing. He's checking crack. Spines, spines, spines. No, no, no. Switch, switch.
Leo.
Now on first down, he's going to sneak it. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 15 lining, 15 lining. Check her, check her.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Watch it. Check 37, check 37. Check 4, check.
Here's Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
At the 46-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Lock it. Yes! He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. You're out. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
2nd and 4. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Red, 8, read. Yeah. Check. Alert 3. Slam. Jab, hard. Safety green. Jab.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down. 4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? #1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. #2 goal is win your division. #3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, #1, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Browns' 46-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Tighten up. Jumper, 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 jumper. Switch, switch, switch. Go on. Go. Switch. Shoot that focus. Ready, go.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 15. Check. Ready.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
80 weapon. 80 weapon. Twist. Slip. Slip. Squeeze. Squeeze. Get in there. Ready, ready. Go.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
– 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 57 to Mike. Bravo. Kill. Hey, turn it out. Check 3. Damn. Big ass. Back. Set hut.
They'll look to throw here. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
So we got man. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. No. Show it up. Sick guy. Set hot. Kill.
It's a quarterback sneak. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
One of the advantages of zone defenses, I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Throwing, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Keep it up, guys. Regular. 56.
Mayfield now from the 50. Got an open man. It's Radley. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
56. Right there. 56. King. I got you. Hurry.
Mayfield with it once more. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 36. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Hurry.
1st down, Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Check. Lucky.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
Hey, 33.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He'll drop to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Check 99. Check 99. Sit. Motion. Check 53's Mike. Check 53. Scene 6. Pick me up. Here we go. 53's the Mike. Let's go.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Here's Ty Long now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable for Grant. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
180. 56. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. SOS. Alert. 56. Mike, 56, right there.
Mayfield on 1st down. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Just like that.
To throw, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down.
Regular. Hurry.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he will find his man on the outside. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Forced out to his left. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
Check 26, check 26, 36, 36. Hard. Check safety. Go. 66. Roll it hard. See him. Let her.
They'll set up a throw. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken short. Now a hit and a loose football.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This is pretty big.
I put a star. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
He's crashing. Recon, 132 fight. Sponge. Squeeze. Get in there. Ready, go.
It's Eckler again. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Let's go.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Got it. Mike, 57. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come again. Deuce. H3, 218. Chopper. 49. Check 49. Now. Shoot. Under. Set, go. Ready, go.
A give. Eckler running to the right. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I got him. Mike's 57's left. Watch the slant. Shoot! Hey, watch the edge. Ready.
On 2nd down, Eckler. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
57. Man out. Check 37. Lock it. Check up. Check 4. Hey, you're out. Ready. Go.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
1st down, Chargers.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Crunch. Check nickel. Topper.
Now a give, right side. Rolling. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 55. Check.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Let's go. Mike, we got to get the ball. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Check. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. We own them. Routine spell. Go. Head up. Set. Go.
Now Eckler. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. Yeah, maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you.
They'll look to throw. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down.
Go. 57 to Mike. Squeeze, don't travel.
They're going to look to throw. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Eckler. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Okay, break. 47. See it. Check right. Hey. Ready.
They'll try the right side with Eckler.
Check 31.
2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Down. 60 out block. Yeah, let's get 7. Check the backer. Slam. 22 jet bomber. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Tighten up. Tighten up. Ready. Cut up.
He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Isaiah McKenzie that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
53. Yep. Big stop, G. Big stop. Pilot, 64. Weak. Jumper. Switch. Check 15. Go on. Check 43. Watch the twist. Squeeze. Get in there. Ready, go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. The Browns drive about to get started. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check. Alert. Hey, turn it out. Check 3. Regular. Run.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He finds Taylor, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
You think you won't get this? Run. Real. Back. Hurry.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Pistol.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
No. Real. Show it up. Kings. Check.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Browns on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Going to throw right side here, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 25 yards that time.
That's another Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Let him know. Check 13. Hatchet.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Check hot route. Hot. Safe. Check. Lucky. Kill.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll give it to Chubb. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Whip. Watch the whip. Hey, alert 33.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done, because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
On the
The Charger drive about to get going. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Ready, 50, plant. Ain't no blue dog working, Switch. Shift. Check 99. SOS. Ready.
Back to throw here. Buying time to his left. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Sack, baby.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check 24. Tails up.
Looking to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's McKenzie. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Okay, ready? 50 seconds, come on. High 7, let's go. That's the way. Let's hit the shade. 80 weapon. Zoom, fellas, let's go.
Back to throw now on first down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Myles Garrett in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Second and 15. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here's second and 10 now from the 35.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Jim. You gonna take. You got to.
Second and 10. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Browns 14, Chargers 7.
This game back with it, a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
Hey, alert!
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
26, check 26, 36, 36. Yes!
He's back to throw. Dancing to his left. And incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
57 Alpha. 57 Mike. Watch his back.
Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And it's third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Go! 61. Matchbox. Light. 57. Mike. Exit. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. You're out. Safety. Alert flare. Alert flare. Rock. Ready.
He'll look to throw.
He's checking.
Forced out to his left. And it's complete. Henry. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
53. Mike. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Check. He's up. He's checking credit. Let him.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll look to throw. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts him in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for two.
Going for it on the road. Want to win it right now?
Want to win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Hey, Zoo! Hurry!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. the incomplete pass. Here now is 2nd and 10.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Real. Undercoach. Alert. Hurry.
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And if the late touchdown wasn't bad enough, now they're going to go for 2. So sportsmanship nowhere to be found right here.
Watch the eye. Check 37.
Hey, alert 33.
Check 4.
Gotcha.
And he will get into the end zone. It's 2 points.